Cancer. September is bringing very interesting energy and the shift that you need to kind of start seeing yourself in a new quality. And I would compare it like not always the brightest and the loudest is the best. And in this case, it's talking about your personality, it's talking about your emotions, it's talking about how do you put yourself forward, how do you present yourself, how do you play your role in your circle, at your work, in your family, in the society. That September is teaching you how to be, however, when you are not chasing, how to be present and dedicated without trying to compete with everything and everyone and trying to win every game or every task. How to control your anger, how to control your emotions when things or your expectations are not meeting your goals. How to be okay of not being the best. How to be okay, how to accept the loss in a good way. And we are not talking about that you have to become suddenly, giving up in your goals and giving back all type of aspirations. Not at all. It's more talking about your emotional state, that you need to start understanding that winning a battle doesn't mean that you are going to win a war. Or sometimes the best strategy is to go in silence and then speed up only at the end. Sometimes the silent dedication, routine, when you put your head down and just work through it without asking additional attention, like without being in the middle of the attention, without being noticed every day, it is okay, because you are working, and dedication and hard work is going to bring you the results, not being in the spotlight all the time. Another angle, which is as well kind of strongly here, is a teamwork. How to be equal with others, of not putting yourself higher and not putting yourself lower, but being equal. Not trying to boss around others, but more seeing others as your equal teammates, your equal partners that have the same opportunity like you to shine, and sometimes you need to give your spotlight to them in order, in a group setting, you all would win. Winning comes in September by joining forces with others, by you getting into a teamwork but not being the leader of the team. I'm trying to find the right words, because this energy, these advices are very subtle, and I'm trying to give you as many real examples that you would see it and actually in your life, in your scenarios. And that's why I'm trying to really kind of pick the right words for it. Another big topic here is financial instability, finances and stability, abundance in your life. And again, this is talking about that you have to start appreciating what do you have today. So this is really like a gratitude. And if I'm not mistaken, for the past few months I have been talking about the career is not serving you, the job is not serving you, you're thinking about the change, it's kind of, you are in this urge of, it's not enough what I am doing, I need something more. And like the energy still is there. However, right now the shift is more from this emotional side. Not that much that you need to do a certain actions, or the universe is right now, or energy is not asking you to do so much of actions, as more of this inner reevaluation, inner work. And this inner work is happening in the September, because there is Saturn retrograde in Pisces. There's lunar eclipse in Pisces. There's solar eclipse. And starting from the 1st of September until the 21st of September, almost all months, it is all about reevaluation of your emotional state. It's not like majority of cancers are, you are always looking outwards, like goals, achievements, what I am showing others, what I am creating. So a lot of cancers are really focused to look outside. However, you're very sensitive, right? You have a very soft side. And instead of running ahead, you are invited to slow down and actually maybe move backwards by looking inward, as this total lunar eclipse is going to be extremely emotional. And this is why a lot of cancers can experience literally like outbursts of energy, outbursts of suppressed emotions, outbursts of mental, when you have been mentally challenged and suppressed, and maybe you haven't got a space of the real expression, is that a certain time it just explodes. And this explosive energy is coming in the September with this eclipse corridor, and it's asking everyone to look inwards. And for you, this is about that may, like how I was starting this video, like you don't have to be always the one. It's tiring to be the one. It's tiring to be the winner always. It's tiring to always go and but go and get approval and chase and prove, and I am best here and I am best there. And it's hard to when you associate your personal life, your personal identity with only the external goals and wins, it is very hard to live. It's create a very strong dissonance inside of you. And right now with this eclipse period, it can just like the tower like explode. And this explosion might not be that mandatory if you will start to kind of see that, it's okay, I can be Three of Pentacles reversed. It's like I can be just this participant of the process. I don't need to shine. I don't need to prove. I don't need to always speak or always express. I can just relax. I I can be at the background. I can be invisible. I can be invisible. This is good, I think. I can be invisible as well sometimes, and being just this person at the background who does the work, who is there, but at the same time, I'm not asking for the spotlight and attention, because it is tiring. And this is why you are invited to focus on what you have. Appreciate, especially like focusing on your career, on your goals, but more from this, not go and get it, but more just this daily life routine, like doing your routine tasks, doing your regime, like focusing one by one, just passing one day at a time, and not questioning what did I achieve this month, how did I show up, like how everybody sees it. Who cares? It's like right now you're going through let's say internal recalibration, and you're going to feel that you are right now, you might be lacking a very big life perspective. And this is showing in your crown center that there is kind of, what's next? You might be thinking, so what's next? I don't know. I don't have these big dreams, like these big aspirations, or in other words, you might have lost the passion for your life, because there is either you are not able to achieve of who you have been working on yourself, or certain goals that you have been chasing, and suddenly you will be like, oh, I didn't achieve, so I'm failure. Actually, you're not a failure. You didn't meet your personal set expectations. Nobody is expecting you be that. You are the biggest enemy for yourself, because you put yourself under this, high competitive state of being, of living, and it is very hard. And right now, the September is going to bring this bigger reevaluation of your life, of your life purpose, of your calling. It's kind of, you might feel a little bit like going inwards and questioning and soul searching. What do I want? Where I am going? What's the point of what I am doing? And honestly speaking, the September can feel quite emotional. So that's why, and another thing is that you should not be very hard on yourself. Like if you can take a time of just being by yourself, like solo time, it would be good, because it's a time for reflection. And then with the October, everything will just go to the normal state, because the future cards are kind of normal, everything will just settle down. And the key factor here is that you have to learn how to collaborate with other people. There is going to be a person, 2 times, by the way, this card is repeating, 6 of Pentacles. There is going to be a person who will come into your life, and will come into your life quite closely. It could be like a new family member that suddenly kind of steps, it's not like a new, but you will feel that there is additional person in your life who wasn't that there so close to you. And it is going to require you to work in the team, to be in the team with that person. Or as well, it could be like a new environment, or a new boss, new manager, new, again, somebody who is going to come and tell you, Cancer, we can work in a team, and in team we will achieve great things. Are you ready? And a lot of you will be like, who the fuck you are? Sorry for my French, but who is this person? Why I should trust them? Why are you taking my place? And this is not about they are trying to take your place. It's just that you are seeing that this person can be a very strong competition to you, but it's actually not. This is the way how you react. This is the way how you are being triggered by not being the one. And the key is into this collaboration, when you give something and they give something, and all together you make a perfection. You move much faster, you create more abundance, you create synergy, you create efficiency in all levels. So it's more related to either your relative, like family, or your work environment or business, self-realization. Another thing is that if you are looking for money again can come from third parties. So it could be that your family member can help, or if you're looking for external help, somebody, as a friend or a business partner, an institution, somebody who is going to go and help you. So again, this is about you to understand that you don't need to do everything by yourself. The help is out there. It's just about you to open up and ask for help, or tell that I just have 2 hands and it's not enough. Please, can you come, step in, help me, consult me in any way and form. It could be financial, it could be advisory, it could be a practical help, it could be any way and form. Because financially speaking, this is as well, you might be planning to invest. You might be planning to do either sale or purchase of something significant, because I can see that it's kind of, you have this accumulated wealth, you're looking for additional finance for a purpose of something. So as well, it is invitation for you to invest in yourself, invest in your future, invest in your education, invest in your home, invest in real estate, invest into creating, it could be creating a legacy, it could be creating your business, it could be creating a long-term investment, it could be creating as well. Some of you, not many, it's for more awakened ones. It could be that you are joining a new company, or you're creating a company in a partnership with someone. But this company would, this business or the company that you join has a very huge potential. And here again, you have to come inside not as the smartest person in the room, but more like a student and ready to learn and ready to work with the others in a team. Because another energy, what is here, it's talking about the patience. The patience. And the patience is telling that Cancer, you might not have all the answers, but you are already on the right track. Keep working, keep your focus, dedication, routine at the work that you have started. Everything will come with patience. Patience as well is not your best quality, right? Regarding your relationships, well, relationship life is not going to be the best. If you are single, this is definitely not the time of mingling, as all your energy is going to go into your family situation and as well your career or business. But if you are in the relationship, you might just choose to neglect right now your relationship field and just kind of say, look, I don't have time for this. I'm already feeling too overwhelmed or stressed about how I feel about all of this that is happening around me, and how to manage, because it's going to be a lot already on your plate, and this is why the relationships may just pass by and with less effort. And actually it kind of says like, don't stress out about the relationships, just focus on yourself, focusing on your inner state of being and how to handle this emotional renewal, clarity, awakening process that September is bringing, and releasing the control as well. You know, the lunar eclipse in Pisces is about to understand very clear boundaries. It's like, this is my life, this is my zone of control, and this is their zone of control. And certain things as well, what you need to understand, it is like, you cannot influence everything, you cannot command everyone. You need to understand how to create boundaries, how to focus on your own shit and stop focusing on other people's shit, especially when it comes to your family and your family members, and be just maybe stop being involved in everyone's drama, especially if you will see that there is a very big shift that happening in your inside of your family, and you might be feeling to like, oh, I have to step in and fix it. No, you don't. You can be just observer from sitting on the sofa and just observing, you know, okay, let's see where it is going. You don't need to get yourself involved. And this is sometimes like, these boundaries is about the mastery of, this is my life and that's your life, and here is the boundary and here is the wall. Let's draw additional guidance. Let's draw additional guidance for you, Cancer, for the month of September. Stargazer. And Stargazer is talking about that you don't need to jump into heated situations, discussions in a detailed, like, every day, you know, like I was saying, you don't need to be involved in every day, and every day you don't need to prove yourself, and every day you don't need to shine, and every day you don't need to analyze, you know, who is your friend, who is your enemy, and who is in, who is out. And right now you need to take from the September a bigger perspective of the Stargazer, like seeing the bigger picture. It's kind of, you know, in the night when you're looking at the sky and there are stars, and you see, because you're so far away, you see these constellations, you see the stars, and you see different type of star constellations, and you see this bigger picture because you're far away, you're not so close and emotionally involved with all of that. And this is this bigger ability to withdraw yourself and see everything from one angle, and seeing the whole picture together is a very big talent and a very big wisdom, emotional maturity, in order to see how exactly each participant is involved, how exactly you can benefit, how exactly you need to maybe give the distance to everything that is happening around you to protect yourself. Because what solar eclipse is teaching on 21st of September is that first you need to take care about your own needs, about your own personal needs, before you can help others. If you are the tower, how you can help others? You know, you can just bring the tower into everyone's life, because you are the tower. You are like a Wi-Fi router of your own state. And if you are furious, if you cannot handle, and then you enter into any type of, you amplify that energy like a Wi-Fi router into that team, partnership, situation, event. Nobody can benefit out of it. It's better just to take care about yourself. You calm down, you balance it out, and then you get involved. This was reading for you, Cancer. If you want to have a personal session with me, message me on Arrow Sisters. Otherwise, thank you for watching and see you in the next videos.